Welcome to Thought Cops, the only podcast where every week we police the mean streets of the internet because, hey, somebody's got to do it. And then we let you be the judge, the jury, and the executioner in the court of public opinion, coming to you live from Neo, Chicago. I am Officer Kevin.
Hello, and I am Officer Grant.
Great. Hey, let's give a quick thank you to our guest from last week, Slime to Garbage Man. Thank you, Slime, for a good time. And we got a brand new guest to the Thought Cops family, the Thought Cops canon, the Thought Cops lore library. If anybody wants to update the Thought Cops wiki, pause the episode now, because here's your chance. We got Vito. What's up, Vito?
Hey.
Welcome to the family.
Yeah. Woo!
You can't fake this enthusiasm, folks.
Yeah, I'm excited. I'm a long-time listener.
First-time caller.
First-time caller, big fan of the whole experience.
Oh, yeah.
And
how's it going, man?
I'm just glad to be a part of it, finally.
Oh, yeah. You've been counting the days, crossing off those days in the calendar.
Every day.
Here it is.
I have my Thought Cops branded calendar, which features 12 lovely photos of you men. I don't know if you guys are aware of this merchandise. I don't think this is an official item.
I don't think it is.
Somebody's been
flattered.
sneaking into your house, because a lot of the photos, you guys look kind of like your eyes are half open, like you don't know what's going on.
Bill Cosby, god damn it.
Yeah, what the hell?
God damn it, Bill Cosby.
Been drugging you to make the calendar. But,
fuck.
No, I'm excited to be here. Good shit.
Thanks, man. Thank you. So tell us a little bit about what you do, man. I know you got your own channel. You're on the game. You're making it happen.
He's a fellow content creator.
Yes.
Is that what I am? I don't even know.
Creates content.
You know what I realized is, like, people know me for the stupidest shit. Like, my brand is just a weird garbage fire that people are viewing from a number of different angles at any point in time. Some people know me because I vaped bathwater, which was a joke.
Yep. I was going to ask you a little bit about that, because I know we've talked about the Gamer Girl bathwater quite a bit on this show.
Too much.
Yeah,
Too much, some might say.
The lotion, the potion.
Was that the real deal?
No.
Let me finish my intro. How about that?
Wow.
Fucking
yes,
Thought
okay.
Cops.
Well, let's do the intro, then we'll ask questions.
There. I was going to say, I'm also known for my, I gave Pepsi Cola to the Antifa. Did you ever see that video?
Right, I did see that. Yeah, I remember that.
Yeah.
You saw this? You heard about this?
Yeah.
I
heard about it. I made a Star Wars review, which is the most viewed Star Wars review in the... Maybe in all of... No, probably not all of YouTube, but for that one movie, that Last Jedi movie, I've convinced millions to not see the new Star Wars movie. I've actually taken money out of Disney's pocket, which is exciting.
More people need to do that.
Yeah, I've affected change on the media landscape.
I think this is what they call praxis.
Yeah.
You should practice saying that word.
God damn you.
So I don't know. I guess I'm known for like all sorts of different things, none of which connect to each other in any meaningful way. It's like trying to jam Lego blocks into Duplo blocks.
Finally,
I'm a fucking enigma.
A reference that clicks, but you know what? Whatever works.
That was a great reference. You never had Duplos?
I had Duplos. Yeah. Well, I prefer.
Don't think that I
wait,
did.
no. Wait. Duplos were like the big ones, right?
Duplos were the big ones. Yeah.
Okay, then Mega Blocks were the same size.
You can't snap
but they were
a Lego onto a Duplo.
Yeah. That's true.
That was a good fucking analogy I made. Don't call shenanigans on it.
It clicked in my head. I was like, Legos, Duplos.
I think I had Mega Blocks when I was younger.
I heard some sort of skepticism there. Man, Mega Blocks were the worst. They were like cheap, like fell apart. You would be a Mega Blocks kid, you fucking... Which one is it? Is it Grant or Kevin that I don't like now?
I'm Grant.
Yeah,
you
Grant,
can go ahead and talk shit about him.
Mega Blocks fucking kid. Poor kid.
Yeah,
bullshit.
Fuck you.
I'm going to ruin this podcast by the end of it.
We'll take care of that. Don't worry.
All right. Now, what were you going to ask me about the bathwater? Is it fake?
Yeah. I was going to ask you if that was the real deal. Was that really her bathwater, or was it yours?
Did you watch the video or no?
I've heard rumors.
Kevin did not. He's heard rumors.
You should watch the video. You'll find out. I don't want to give it away.
Okay, so pause the episode. Okay, hit play here. I just watched the video.
I know subscribe, the answer. Smash that subscribe button.
Yeah.
Whatever you do.
The like. So you know the answer. Okay.
Yes. I definitely don't look stupid.
Yeah. No, I definitely gave a girl money for her bathwater. No. I like... The funny thing about that whole debacle is, so this girl goes, this Belle Delphine girl, attractive girl, nice girl. She goes, hey, I'm selling my bathwater. Right. Oh, that's fun. It's a good joke. I get it. Unless you're like, one of these fucking incel kids on the internet who doesn't get it. And you go, I can't. Oh, who is this horrible bitch trying to take money from men, their hard-earned money, and
oh my God.
These, she's taking it from them with sex. And you're like, I don't know, man. You don't have to buy the bathwater. It's a joke. Anyway, she announced that, and like probably a day later, I was like, oh, she just posted a picture of it on her website. I could just take a picture of the label and print it out and make a fake jar of bathwater. And nobody was like, it's weird that she announced that yesterday and this kid already has it. They're just like, I'm so mad because I posted it on Twitter. I'm like, hey, look, I got the bathwater. And
I remember seeing that, and everybody's like, "Oh, of course this guy would have it."
Man, I guess I got that look. I got that. I'm a big beardy, moron. So people go, "Oh, look at this fucking fat ass retard fucking bought the bathwater," and I'm like, "It's a goof."
Yeah.
Obviously, it's a goof. What did I do? Teleport it to my fucking house? She announced it an hour ago. But people also, why would I be the only person who had it? Nobody else was posting about it, but yeah, it was cool.
Everyone was embarrassed.
Yeah.
Well, that's what I'm saying is I just trend, whenever I trend, people are like, I get people back home. They're like, oh dude, my Facebook, just, I pop up in the most random fucking places. They're like, yeah, this knitting Facebook group. We're all ripping on you right now. I'm like, oh, good. That thing went viral everywhere. It was at the top.
Yeah, I was about to say there were a couple news stories that I remember seeing.
Yeah.
I think that's before I even started checking out your channel. It was just all over the internet. As soon as it was gamer girl bathwater, it was YouTuber vapes gamer girl bathwater, and I was like, this is disgusting. This is morbid.
And people were making up stories. They're also he got fucking herpes from it. And all
I
sorts
saw
of
that
shit.
too. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, that's right. Yeah.
Yeah. There's still people who believe that I died. Because that was one. I was looking on Twitter and they're like, oh man, that's so funny. That fat guy who died from vaping bathwater. And I'm like,
good Lord.
I'm like, boy, that was some fun game of telephone. People were just sharing all sorts of shit. It gave me herpes. I was in the hospital. People were sharing fake news stories. Local man rushed to hospital after vaping bathwater. I'm like, dude, I'm just making a YouTube video as a goof, and people are like, but here's the thing is see, I get kind of philosophical about it, looking at it.
Yeah.
And I'm like, man, a lot of this is people are weird about money. People get mad at the idea that someone is spending their money foolishly,
Right, yeah.
How could you spend money on that? What do you, I'm, it's a way of, people like to feel smarter than other people. Yeah. So I think they were very excited to have a picture of a dumbass looking fat guy. Because I made myself look like an idiot in the fucking picture. I'm holding up the bathwater and I'm like, oh, look, I'm so excited that my goddess gave me her bathwater.
Soy boy face and all.
The soy boy face, exactly. And I think the reason it goes viral is it's so easy to be like, oh, well, thank God I'm not the fat guy with the fucking bathwater. I'm smarter than this guy. I spend my money on important things flat screen TVs and big old trucks and shit.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it was a really weird lesson in people's, because you had people who were again, furious at Belle Delphine. They're like, how could she sell this? It's just bathwater. And you're like, what does it matter if it's just, why are you mad about it? She's identified, it's a joke gift. It's a gag gift. And if she's able to sell it, God bless her, she's a fucking master of capitalism. She's found a way to sell fucking filthy water. Praise be to her.
There's like 7 things that the basic human needs. It's like food, water,
Shelter.
Universal health care, universal basic income.
Yes.
Other than that, bathwater, everything else is just fucking like, I just want this. Like everything that you purchase that's not the food and the fucking plot of land that you're living on is like, oh, I choose to have this.
Yeah,
that's everything.
Any of the money that gets donated to our Patreon is exclusive to anything on the Maslow's hierarchy of needs. We spend it on only those things.
Exactly.
Yeah, basically. I'm pretty close to it.
Dude, everybody you know owns the stupidest garbage. People used to buy fucking truck nuts. Put a pair of testicles on the back of your truck. Okay?
Yeah.
Your money is spent in frivolous ways. So when people get all worked up that you can buy a jar of bathwater with a label on it, you're supposed to shrug it off. You're supposed to go, that's funny, I get it. And it's also tied into, people's, this whole thing, like people are mad when women make money for being attractive, Mm-hmm. Like they think, she doesn't deserve to be famous or successful based on that alone. What a whore. What a fucking horrible... the only reason she's making money is because she's attractive. And you're like, yeah, but there's so many professions that are like that.
That's like all the professions. Every profession... finance to me is hilarious that finance is a fucking profession because that's just like moving around money. Like, how can we take this money, move this money around, make more money based off this money? It's like you just made nothing from something.
Oh, yeah.
How is that possible?
Dude, whenever people are like, well, she's not working for the money. I'm like, how hard do you think a stockbroker is or a guy who's just sitting on investments,
Yeah.
It's a dream.
The dream is to work as little as possible and make as much money from it. That's the highest good of capitalism, is to make money by doing nothing. But you have these weird collection of like good old boys, or like if you're not getting your boots, buddy, you're a lesser human being. I'm like, look, man, God bless you if you have fun getting your boots money, buddy, but I don't know, man. If you could generate profits by taking a bath, it sounds to me like you've conquered the fucking capitalist machine. Like,
I think in general, people are just so conditioned to be mad at everything. Where back in the day, people might have had a laugh at this, and now it's just like, oh, can you believe this?
Yeah,
this happened.
And again, there's this like weird thing where like people are, especially directed towards women who are sexy and like, oh, I sell sexy photos of me. It's like, yeah, God bless you. Why not? And they're like, oh, well, that's bullshit. I don't know what they want. Like, they want them to give it away for free, or I don't know. It all plays into like some old school misogyny type shit where it's just like, I think they're mad that a pimp's not in charge of it and raking in, his 70% cut. They're like, why are these women making money by themselves? They should be slaves.
I know you've been selling that bathwater.
Yeah.
Where's the fucking money?
I picture some old school pimp seeing the news articles. He's like, shit, I could have my ladies be taking baths and shit.
There's money to be made here.
Kashana, you're going to need to take a bath, girl. She's like, what are you talking? Yeah.
Pick up a damn controller while you're at it.
This pimp is white. If you thought anything otherwise, you are racist.
Yeah, exactly. That
was a white woman pimp voice.
Oh, interesting.
There you go.
How
very
progressive. Speaking of being progressive, I think one of the reasons we wanted to have you on is because just sort of like watching a couple of your like so many of your videos, especially on your main YouTube page, you talk about a lot of the same shit that we talk about, and I think from like a very similar sort of like good faith argument type of place, while still just looking at the world around everything and just being like, dude, what the fuck? I mean, like your reaction to like the Joker trailer, cancel Chappelle. Fuck. There's so much shit in here. The Last Jedi, obviously, like you mentioned.
Now, what are you guys like political leanings? Are you guys conservatives or liberals? Or
this is an apolitical show.
This is an apolitical. An A zone.
I pretended
asexual, to be apolitical.
I pretended to be a centrist for a season.
Yeah. Well, I'll put it this way, I've been having fights with this lately. I'm in a very weird position as a YouTuber because a lot of these guys, a lot of YouTube is I see it as a very conservative audience, or not conservative necessarily, but definitely leaning, towards, I don't even know how to define it. But you see like a lot of the more popular creators, are like Steven Crowder type guys, or guys
Ben
who just
Shapiro.
don't have politics at all. But if somebody's popular on the platform for their politics, chances are they're going to be right leaning, right? Does that
For the
make
most
sense?
part, yeah.
I think it's just because it's like whatever counterculture is. If it's like,
Right.
now
Conservatism is the new punk rock.
I wouldn't go that far.
It is and it isn't. I mean, it's definitely the lamest form of punk rock ever, where they just complain about, I don't understand. I don't know. Anyway, my problem is that I hold these opinions where I'm like, hey, political correctness is a little out of control.
Yeah.
Hey, guys, we gotta stop canceling people. And for some reason, these are seen as conservative or right-wing viewpoints. I get all the time. I've had people tell me even, and I get it from both sides. I get people who go, you only hate, the Last Jedi because you're one of those Trump-loving, Republicans. And I go, that ain't me. That's wrong. But then I also get guys who go, wow, you're my favorite, right-wing creator. And I'm like, what? I'm like, dude, you're watching my content wrong. Here, because my whole theory is, I'm like, look, I'm an old school liberal. I grew up in a very liberal town. I believe that all people of all creeds and colors should have health care and whatever the fuck else. But I still make these videos where I'm like, yeah, you can both care about poor people having a place to live and the cops doing their job right.
Yeah. And
you can also be like, hey, Chappelle's making jokes. Get over it.
Yeah.
It's not going to kill anybody. And I'm trying to be in this position where I'm like, you can say that stuff and be a liberal and be left wing. They're not incompatible positions. Every liberal doesn't have to say Chappelle is, literally killing transgender people.
Yeah.
Like, we don't have to, that's not a necessary liberal value or whatever the fuck.
Yeah, that's definitely like a refreshing, point of view for you to say a lot of that, because we don't exactly run into that problem, but I think the way that we were sort of wording this show for a while, like how we would sort of market it as this sort of satire of like internet outrage culture and stuff like that, like some of these buzzwords would get picked up by people and they'd be like, I don't fucking want to listen to this shit, this like fucking racist garbage, and like people would listen to it and they'd be like, oh no, they like, it's not, it's like the opposite of
such
that.
nice
it's like,
boys.
Yeah, it's like a parody of it, but like, I totally get where you're coming from, where it's like, so sometimes you just talking about certain things in certain ways gets you pegged as something, and it's like, no, I just like, these are my thoughts and opinions on it. Listen to what I have to say first, and then like, what do you think about that? And most of the time it's like completely reasonable,
Yeah, and it's this weird thing, and I had a big argument recently on like a message board. This alt-right terminology that they're using to like label people, it's insane. These people are not, you're not right-wing because you don't like Star Wars. They were basically arguing with me. They're like, they had timestamps for my video, and they're like, at this point in your video, you make fun of the Asian character in the Star Wars movie. And I'm like, yeah. And they're like, that means you're alt-right. And I'm like, what are you talking about? And they're like, and again, like their list of complaints, like this list of what it requires to be a liberal, is like, don't ever make fun of any transgender person. And I'm like, look, man, I don't want to be crazy, but some transgender people are pretty funny. They have some ideas. Kill all the cisgender people. That's funny. That's funny to tell me you're going to come kill all the cisgender people.
You can't make this stuff up.
Yeah, I'm like, wearing a, whatever, man. Some of the shit is out there. Like, there are crazy people. And you can't say like, oh, well, they're marginalized communities. I'm like, yeah, but there's still, some of them are still saying hilarious shit. I'm gonna goof on it, like, and that's not, again, Chappelle does the same shit. Chappelle, a lot of why people want to cancel him is he dares to make the most like surface level jokes about transgender people, and they'll go, oh, well, you're literally killing them, you right-wing monster. I'm like, no one's gonna die because I made a joke on Twitter. It's weird. Yeah, it's this moral panic where I guess people
it's a culture war.
It is a culture war, though. Like it's a weird culture war, though.
It is. It's not actually clear what, like you said, what side is what at this point. So,
yeah.
You know,
Well, yeah, and I don't even know. And then
angry.
I get into this point where I'm like, is this all an illusion? Like, does Johnny Bumfuck in Iowa give a shit about any of what we're arguing about right now? Does he give a shit about what the New York Times reported about Louis C.K.'s new comedy special? You know, or is this just some weird bubble where we're amplifying everything?
Oh, it's definitely a giant bubble that we fucking amplify everything.
Which I hope to God, like I want to, I don't know, like I don't want this, because this amplification where everybody hates everybody else for the most stupid minutia. You don't like the Star Wars movie, so you're a garbage man. Like there was a news article recently I made a video about where like, you know, you don't let your kid wear a stormtrooper Halloween costume because it's a glorification of fascism and Nazism. And I'm like,
every Halloween,
yeah.
It's frustrating.
It's hard to live in today. Sometimes every hour of every day, I'm like, I just should move to the woods, never talk to any of you people again, because I'm just going nuts trying to figure when did everybody get so detached?
I mean,
from just reality.
The one positive is it keeps us in production.
Yeah.
So we get to do the show every week.
Keep churning out that content.
Yeah.
That hot content. At least there's always content.
Speaking of that hot content, Grant, I wanted to mention again here, we put out the Justin Wang parody video, Scary Stories to Tell Online. If you haven't subscribed to our YouTube channel, it's all on there.
Going to be utilizing that a little more in the upcoming weeks.
Exactly. Yeah, we're going to be putting out some more vids.
Yeah.
And who knows?
And speaking of content creation, do you want to announce this since this is coming up?
This episode should be out by the time this happens, I hope.
We'll get it out there.
Yeah, we'll make it happen. But I'm going to be on the Mega 64 Poorly Played stream coming up very soon.
Yay.
A friend of the show, Garrett Hunter, is having me on Wednesday,
nice of him.
November 13th at 7 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, 9 p.m. Central Time. Check it out. Watch the stream. Subscribe to them on Twitch. Don't miss it. It's going to be fun. I'm very excited.
And is that with Rocco and his buddy?
They'll probably pop in. It's mostly Garrett and Brian over there doing this. They do this Poorly Played stream every week, and then the other guys might pop in and whatever. But I know we're going to be playing Resident Evil 6 or something like that. So
nice. Sounds
God.
Yeah,
that game sucks.
I never played it. I avoided it because I heard that it sucked. So it should be interesting.
I saw somebody recently be like, it's the best Resident Evil game. I'm like, are people starting to pretend they like that game
I saw
now?
that too, yeah.
It's like the prequel apologists.
Mm-hmm.
Dude,
actually,
it's so bad. Like, I reviewed it when it first came out, and I was like, oh my God. You get to thumbs up the other characters, though. Just do that as much as possible.
Yeah.
There's a dedicated thumbs up button.
I was going to ask, like in Luigi's Mansion, there's the one button to yell out for Mario. Is this game that has like a button dedicated to giving a thumbs up?
I forget what the button is, but you can just have your characters do this awkward thumbs up. I don't remember why. Because it's all co-op, the game. I mean, you can play it single player, but...
Yeah. Like RE5 is kind of like that a little bit, too.
Right.
Well, moving right along, we got our very famous, very favorite segment of the show, 2 Minutes of Hate, where we blanket punish these annoying trends. All the stuff we're talking about, man, these things that get under our skin, because clearly they do. The stuff we see online that bothers us. We like to punish people. This is our chance to make it right.
It's like a spiritual enema.
Exactly. So, open wide.
I don't think that's... No, continue.
My spiritual enema, I mean, my 2 minutes of hate this week is whenever there is a fan-made trailer or a fan-made artwork of any kind for something like video game related, and the comments or the retweets are always like, Nintendo, hire this man! And it's always just the stock phrase somebody throws out, like somebody makes this grotesque Pokemon
abomination,
like this Pokemon in real life.
Yeah.
But to be fair, like I'm pretty sure that guy probably got a job on Detective Pikachu, but something along the lines of just making this cartoony thing and dragging its corpse through the uncanny valley, and then Twitter eats it up and they're like, Nintendo, give this man a job. Nintendo, hire this man.
Nintendo pretty active on Twitter.
Yeah, and it's like, you know what? My uncle works there. Maybe he'll hook you up with a gig. So my punishment for this, of course, it's my time to shine. My and I'm stalling for time.
Go for it, King.
My punishment for this is you have to get a job instead working at LJN. Are they still making games? Laughing, joking, nuts, whatever.
Oh, man.
It's like that video game company with the rainbow logo.
Yeah. No, I don't think LG. You know what? I think the last game. I don't know why I know this. The last game under the LGN label was a Dreamcast game. It's like a 1935 racing game.
I'm looking this up right now. This rings no bells.
You didn't play enough NES, clearly.
Apparently not, no.
Many NES games, also horrible games, were made by this company. So whenever you would see this logo on a cartridge, you would pretty much know.
Just throw it in the garbage.
Steer clear. Yeah, and I know Angry Video Game Nerd was...
they did like all the
these
license. Didn't they do all the licensed games on NES that were terrible, like X-Men? I think they did.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. LJN, baby.
LJN, hire this man.
Hire this man. Because that's how it works. Is you make one interesting thing, and you're definitely ready for a job at Nintendo.
So let me see the rest of your portfolio. It's like, let me.
How does 100K a year sound? 200, 300? How much do you want? Shut up and take our money.
It's a good starting point. Anyway, Vito, did you have something bothering you?
Man, I'll bring one up. Is people who go into anything, like a YouTube video or like a news article about a guy who did something, good or interesting. I don't know. And they'll comment, and the comment will be, "Not all heroes wear capes."
Yep. We love this one.
Yeah. That Pepsi video I made where I go around handing out like Pepsi Antifa, literally probably 1,000 different people commented that exact same comment. And I was like, guys, this is the worst stock joke. Like I hate stock jokes,
Absolutely, yes.
Where I'm like, this is too easy. Memes. I hate memes when it comes down to it.
Yeah,
memes are the currency of the internet, sir.
Memes are. I mean, I understand it. Most people aren't funny or interesting, so it's great when you have a picture of a celebrity doing something stupid, that you can just post to make up for having, rather than type out a response, a witty response of your own. Just have Beyonce dancing or Oprah shrugging or something.
Hell yeah, queen.
Yeah. So my punishment for that is I don't know, die. Just death.
I got one. I got one.
Go ahead.
Next time you do a video, anyone goes out there and like, I'm going to do a good deed. I'm going to get noticed for it. It's going to go viral on YouTube. Wear a cape and see what the fuck people say. Not all heroes. Oh,
that's a good idea.
Oh shit. Yeah.
Oh, he was wearing a cape. You idiots. You moron.
Fucking moron.
Yeah, I'm really going to own them with that one. I was wearing a cape.
Yeah, you fucking idiot!
I don't believe you didn't notice.
Oh man, yeah.
So, Graham, what do you got for us?
I didn't really have one prepared this week because we got this list of like 40 that we're trying to work our way through. But I think talking to Vito right now and sort of like hearing his whole sort of take on the political side of things, like has me amped up to
talk about politics
on the show.
Do it, man. Orange man bad.
Hell yeah. I don't know. I think I've always been the type of person to like. I think I'm very willing to admit that like. I only have a certain amount of knowledge on fucking anything, especially like even things that I read.
Are you insane? You can't admit to that on the internet.
Oops.
You don't know everything about everything?
I don't know everything about everything, but I'm always like incredibly willing to learn. So when someone says like, oh, well, this is a conservative talking point, or like, what do you think about this? It's like, I don't really know, but I would like to learn more about it. So I do a lot of reading and a lot of research, and I like listen to people, and I try and figure things out. And I think that the political spectrum nowadays has been boiled down to like, what types of memes are you sharing on your Facebook page? Are you sharing memes that are making fun of Drumpf? or are you sharing memes that are making fun of AOC? And there's just like no understanding of like fucking anything within the entire field of like political science in general, or like any level of like basic level like philosophy of like, why do you think what you think? How did you get there? Like, what made you come to this conclusion? And are you realizing that also once you form these conclusions that you do have these biases and that it's not always going to be true what you think, right?
Yeah.
You know?
God, it is tragic the way you put it, that politics has been reduced down to sharing silly pictures of two different people, you know?
Yeah.
And
it's frustrating
because alternating captions, you know?
Yeah, basically. Yeah, you could just flip flop some of the captions, and it's like it makes no fucking difference.
Bottom text politics.
Oh God.
And it's frustrating because it's like I'm doing this reading and I'm trying to, you know, I'm fucking reading fucking Chomsky and shit, and I'm telling people, oh, go read Understanding Power, go read Manufacturing Consent. And I know that nobody's gonna fucking read those things.
It sounds boring.
Yeah.
And
it's like this, like going through some of this stuff and reading some of this stuff is like I identify with this so much, and like this shit was written, you know, in the 70s and the 80s and shit like that, and it so perfectly describes what we talk about on a week-to-week basis on this show, where it's like, yeah, moneyed interests play a huge role in public discourse, and there's fucking nothing you can do about it. And it's like knowing that and like understanding this, like these viewpoints, and like just reading the little bit, and then you talk to someone about it and they're like, yeah, I don't know, you know, just don't you want America to be great again? And it's like, what the fuck? That's not what I'm talking about. I'm talking about high level Rick and Morty level ideas.
People just do not have the IQ, man.
They don't. It's very frustrating.
You know what you sound like, Grant? You sound like that boomer clip art character where he's just like, and I just want to grill.
No, I don't just want to grill. I actually want to I want to do the opposite. I want to be engaged with these things. But it's difficult, you know, it's difficult because it's like, again, I feel like I know a good amount of things, not everything, but I know some things, you know, and then you talk to some people that know no things, but they're fucking more sure about the things that they know than the things you know. And it's just like, I can't win, you know,
you really can't.
I can't win. I don't know. My sentence, I guess, is, I don't know. Just take the what's that? The political spectrum. Just take it, flip it upside down. Who gives a shit? Carve it into pieces. Eat it like a pizza. Shove your face in it.
Now you're talking my language. Did somebody say pizza? Sorry, I'm the comical at large Italian. So
we definitely need one of those.
Everybody does.
True. Very true.
Man, Italians, we don't get enough respect. They're trying to take our holiday away.
Fuck, man.
You don't get enough respect.
That's the thing that makes me rage. Christopher Columbus Day, that's the only Italian holiday. And now everybody's mad because Christopher Columbus, oh, you know, okay, you raped like 100 people. Whatever. No, it's pretty bad. We need to we need to revise it, though. Like, they want to take it away and give it to the Native American people. I'm like, don't take it. Just make it something else Italian. Make it Robert De Niro Pizza Day. You know?
Let's hope Robert De Niro didn't rape 100 people.
I mean, whatever that slick bastard did, I forgive him because he's an American treasure. I doubt he enslaved an indigenous population. Hopefully not.
Probably not. I want to say probably not. He seems like a nice enough guy.
Yeah.
But, you know, we'll probably find out soon enough. Skeletons come to light. But if you haven't listened... Soon enough, yeah. If you haven't listened to Thought Cops before, every week we investigate the internet's outrage-inducing news stories, and then we sentence each perpetrator to a cruel and often quite unusual punishment.
Very good. What should we start off with?
Let's talk about something I saw Vito post on Twitter today.
Yeah.
My Twitter is great, by the way. I'm going to say.
I'm a fan of it.
I post great shit on there. I don't even, you know, like you're supposed to be humble and stuff. I look at my Twitter account and I go, you know what? I have the best tweets, the smartest tweets. I feel like Trump now. They're the best treats.
Best treats. I'm getting hungry.
The best trees I have, cafefe, whatever.
Oh, God.
Whatever that crazy guy says.
Hamburgers.
What did I tweet? Probably something good, I imagine. At Vito Gesualdi, by the way.
You mentioned T.I. and his daughter.
Holy Lord, what a nightmare.
He's taking her to the doc, get that checkup to make sure that her hymen is still intact.
Now, here's the thing is, I'm a guy, I'm against cancel culture unless it's really good. You need a really good reason. And I'm going to say being a psychopath who treats your daughter like you don't trust her to not be a slut,
Property.
so you take her to the doc. You basically scar your child by taking her to the doctor every year to make sure her hymen is intact.
Right.
Yeah. That's getting
Fucking
pretty close to
psychotic.
R. Kelly pissing on somebody. It's, I don't know. It gets a couple degrees removed, but
It's riding that line.
it reveals a very unhealthy attitude towards women, I would say.
So what, did the doctor go to TMZ and tell him like hey, guess what's been happening the last...
No, he said it himself.
He
said
like,
it
proud
himself?
of it. He's
What
like,
the
yeah,
fuck?
I take my daughter every year I take my daughter to the gynecologist so he can get inside.
So far, so good.
Yes, to make sure she's still a good, I don't know exact quote, I shouldn't put words in his mouth, but basically the doctor makes sure his daughter's hymen is still intact. And as other people were asking in that thread, they're like, well, what was he going to do if it's not? I'm like, I don't know, probably beat the shit out of her or something. He sounds like a crazy person.
It's like, we don't go to Dairy Queen at the end if it's gone. That's the deal.
Well, and like, here's the
You
thing.
do not get a
if you have-
McFlurry. Damn it.
If you've taken like a 9th grade health class, you should know that like the hymen doesn't just fall out when you've had sex. Like, it can tear on its own, but it has no fucking bearing on. Yeah, it better not. It has no fucking bearing on whether or not you're a virgin.
Yeah.
Right. It's like you can break it in so many different ways or whatever.
I've broken mine twice.
Yeah, when I broke mine, it wasn't a big deal. God, it would be great if guys had it too.
Well, technically, Vito, aren't you technically a woman according to the state of California now?
That is true. I do.
Oh God!
I have officially obtained. I took the longest time to do it just because I hated going to the DMV in California is a nightmare.
Well, you really showed them.
Yeah, but I went to the DMV and I got a new driver's license, and I am officially a woman in the state of California.
So you thought, hey, why the hell not?
There's a number of reasons as to why I've done this, and I'm not fully prepared to really give them away. I don't know if I'll ever give them away, but the point is that you can just do it.
Yeah.
You can, if you're in California or whatever other states which allow you to self-identify, you just roll up and you go, I'm a woman. And they go, yup, here's your license, sir. I had to sign a form, basically.
See, they said sir after that.
Yeah, they said, yes, sir. And I went, excuse me? And they went, until I give you the license, I'm not officially misgendering you. And I went, all right, fair enough.
All right.
Was this along the lines of when you put a spaghetti strainer on your head and you're like, this is a religious artifact, and they have to
Officially have to take that photo?
Yeah.
It's not... There's a philosophical level to it, but I think a lot of the philosophical level just plays into the reaction I get out of just simply posting it. I went, look, I'm a woman. I posted on Twitter. I made a little joke, look at how brave I am, which honestly, I probably didn't even need that joke, because I think it's just... It says something where it's like, you look at me, you look at a picture of me. Okay, again, I'm a big, dopey, Italian, retarded looking man. And I'm telling you, in the state of California, this is what a woman looks like. What does that say? What does that make you think? What does that make you believe? I'm not going to tell you.
Makes me feel a lot of things.
I'll say this, people are confused, right?
Sure.
I don't know. Different people are interpreting it in different ways. I'm probably getting too philosophical with it. Again, my feelings on transgender, just the whole transgender, I don't know even what you want to call it. Phenomenon. It's very complicated, honestly, because it is. And what's weird about transgenderism, I mean, you got to figure how long has the human race been around? What, like a billion? No, wait. How old is? When did we start?
How the hell old are we?
We're like 2 billion years old. Is that it?
It's like 100,000.
Yeah, no,
that's it.
100,000 billion.
Well, I know the universe is
6.4
6.4 billion, and then I don't know when the first Homo sapiens showed up. Regardless, we finally, after all these thousands upon thousands of years...
I don't know if people could do it before. They didn't have the implements.
Yeah, but I also think they would have looked at it differently. I think they would have looked at it and been like, what are you doing? Why are you doing that? That's very strange. You think it's just for lack of instruments? Do you think... I don't think at any previous point in time people were like, man, I wish I could turn my penis inside out.
Well, I mean, that's fair.
Let me be clear. I'm not even saying it's wrong to do it. I'm saying it's the first time that we've ever even considered doing it.
It's like the Alan Watts point of view of like, hey, reality's fucky, right? Let's all just not take ourselves so seriously.
Yeah.
Have a little fun, you know?
My point is that a guy like Chappelle, we cancel him for talking about this. I'm like, well, how could you not talk about it? How are we not talking about this every day? This is again, it's a new change in the human belief system as to what identity is.
Yeah.
What does it mean to be a man or a woman? We're redefining it.
Let's not get too off topic here. We were talking about a little girl's hymen a second ago.
Yeah. Hey man, you asked me about my transgenderism. I can't help it.
That's true.
I did. I'm sorry.
So this girl, she hasn't. Oh god, I don't even know. There's like no way to fucking broach this topic because it's like, well, how old is she? Is she a teenager?
She's 18
now, but he
18.
says he's been doing it since she was young, which is horrifying to me. Can you imagine if my memories of hanging out with my dad are like, hanging out, driving around. Mm-hmm. Her memories are the yearly slut shaming. To the, taking her to the fucking doctors to make sure she's not a slut.
So she's 18 now. I'm assuming that he's done doing this, right?
I don't think so.
Unless she offers to bring him with.
How is the doctor like legally allowed to like give this information out though past a certain point?
Well, I mean, now
don't you have like patient confidentiality? Like, hey, you don't have to fucking say that. Like, what kind of fucking doctor is doing this?
Again, the T.I. is the one who came out and said what's going on. So, I don't know if the doctor... Are you saying the doctor, how can he tell the dad what's happening? Yeah, I thought that too. I was like, why don't you tell T.I. like, hey, dude, I'm not going to tell you what's up with your daughter's hymen. Sorry. Go.
It's a HIPAA violation.
I mean, but if you're a kid, you don't have that... Now that she's 18, yes, she has that protection. But prior to that... Probably not, right?
I would say maybe he threatened her, or rather threatened the doctor. He's like, I'm going to like turn your head into a hymen if you don't tell me what's going on down there.
I mean, it is T.I. He's very intimidating.
Yeah.
I'm going to be honest. I don't know who T.I. is.
He's a rapper. I don't remember which songs are his.
Yeah, that's all I know.
Yeah. That's the unimportant stuff. The important thing here is what this hymen business.
Yeah. So what about it? What's the important part of it?
Is there a high women? I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry.
That'll be next episode. Don't
Spoiler alert.
Yeah. Anyway, so people are obviously creeped out by this more than anything. Like not even just mad, but kind of creeped out.
Yeah. I think what do we do to put T.I. on the chopping block? Because he deserves it. What's his sentence here?
We're gonna give him a vagina, and every year he's gonna have to he's gonna have to keep his hymen intact, and he's gonna see how hard it is.
And his daughter is like, "You better not be getting fucked, Dad."
Yeah, you better not be fucking. Yeah,
that seems fair.
We're gonna give him. He's gonna be forced to undergo get a vagina.
Well, speaking of not fucking, one person who's definitely not fucking anymore is Jeffrey Epstein. On account that he's dead.
He is?
Yeah. I don't know if you've been paying attention.
You believe
to this
that old yarn?
But there was some new surfacing news coverage of the Epstein case.
Oh boy.
People are upset. Should we watch this video? I can pull this video up.
Let's.
I've had the story for 3 years. I've had this interview with Virginia Roberts. We would not put it on the air. First of all, I was told, who's Jeffrey Epstein? No one knows who that is. This is a stupid story. Then the palace found out that we had her whole allegations about Prince Andrew and threatened us a million different ways. We were so afraid we wouldn't be able to interview Kate, that also quashed the story. And then Alan Dershowitz was also implicated in it because of the planes. She told me everything. She had pictures. She had everything. She was in hiding for 12 years. We convinced her to come out. We convinced her to talk to us. It was unbelievable what we had. Clinton. We had everything. I tried for 3 years to get it on, to no avail, and now it's all coming out, and it's like these new revelations, and I freaking had all of it. I'm so pissed right now. Like, every day I get more and more pissed because I'm just like, oh my God, what we had was unreal. Other women backing it up. Hey, yep. Brad Edwards, the attorney, 3 years ago, saying there will come a day when we will realize Jeffrey Epstein was the most prolific pedophile this country has ever known. And I had it all 3 years ago.
All right.
Damn. It's gotta suck for her, man. She wanted to blow the lid on that whole thing. I like that my view of it is not like we could have stopped him earlier. I'm like, she had a good scoop.
That was sort of, well, no, I mean, that I've said on the show before that the Epstein death was sort of like 9/11 too. It's brought us all together across the political divide.
Oh yeah,
if you're right wing, if you're left wing, everyone thinks this guy didn't fucking kill himself, and now they're like, hey, we had this fucking story. We were gonna break this 3 years ago. And fucking ABC said, hey, you can't do this. And then the fucking royal people over in their pretend fucking Game of Thrones country were like, oh, well, now you won't be able to interview Kate and William.
The prince
Kate
or
and
whatever.
Will, right?
Who fucking cares?
Which brings up another thing, which is why have we stopped looking at? I mean, there's which prince was hanging out with Epstein?
Andrew.
Yeah. So there's there's video footage of young girls going into Epstein's fucking little mansion, and then Prince Andrew and him coming out and smirking and high-fiving and shit. And you're like, oh, those crazy royals, right? That royal family. Just a bunch of fun, lovable goofs. And you're like, yeah, and rapists. Like, come on. I feel like people have stopped digging into him strangely.
Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, there is a slight amount of... No, I mean, it is true where it's like, who is Epstein, right? Like, oh, nobody knows who that is. But the reason nobody knows who it is because you're not reporting on it. Like, that's the issue. Like, the second you go, he's a dude who hangs out with Bill fucking Clinton, and throws fucking galas for the rich and famous and is funding all these science programs around the country. It's like, oh, yeah, this guy is a public figure. Of course we should report on the fact that he's diddling X number of kids or whatever.
And maybe here's a good headline: most prolific rapist, most prolific pedophile of all time.
Yeah,
let's do this story. And people are like, nah, I don't know. I don't know if people know. I wonder if they're gonna fucking know him.
I wonder if he's the most prolific one in like the history of the world. I wonder if like he was flying them in from around the world.
He had a plane called the Lolita Express.
The Lolita Express.
What do you want from him?
Simpsons creator Matt Groening got his feet rubbed, which is always going to be weird to me.
Famously.
Yeah. And we all hope it stopped there. We're all like, just leave. I hope Matt Groening is not a crazy pedophile.
Was Seth MacFarlane ever invited?
I don't know. I saw at one point somebody published a list of like people who had been to the island, but I'm pretty sure it was... It had like Justin Roiland on it from like Rick and Morty. I'm like,
no. Jesus.
No, but I'm pretty sure that one was fake. I was like, no. Come on.
Like Seth was practically begging, and they were like, I don't know, his work is kind of derivative of The Simpsons. We only
not
need one
quite
of those.
There yet.
Yeah. So, God, that Epstein stuff, quite a nightmare. I mean, that was like, who was that British guy though? Who got caught after he died?
The
Jimmy Savile
BBC guy. Yeah, Jimmy Savile.
Yeah. Maybe he was the worst one. I don't know.
He was like the Dick Clark of the UK.
Right.
He was everywhere.
Yeah, he was like beloved, and I guess anybody will. Man, why do people diddle kids?
I think because they were diddled as kids, and I think it's this self-perpetuating cycle of ugliness.
Yeah, but like, what do you get out? It's like, what do you get out of it?
You ruin someone's life. I don't know.
I guess. My thing is like, there was some YouTuber recently who got in trouble because he's like, I'll be in a relationship with anybody. I don't care what age, 90 or 11. And I'm like, that's different. He's like, or 8 or whatever. As long as there's an emotional or spiritual connection. I'm like, have you ever tried to talk to an 8-year-old? You're not going to have a spiritual connection with them. They're stupid as hell.
So stupid.
Yeah.
Dude. They like fucking Barney and stuff.
I don't know if anyone saw this, but there was this video that was sort of trending on Twitter, and it was this guy who was doing a stand-up comedy set as Jerry Seinfeld with a 17-year-old girlfriend.
Oh,
Did you guys see this?
No.
It was fucking hilarious.
That is really funny.
I'll post it on the website if I can remember
see
it.
that.
He was just like, what's the deal with girlfriends talking about homework? It was so fucking bad.
God.
Was this
so
like
good.
a recent stand-up bit?
I think it was like a Halloween set that some guy did.
Oh, that's
it was
hilarious.
so funny.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. Stern used to rip on Seinfeld for that. And that's why Howard Stern stopped being on that fucking, what do you call it? Stopped being
Lolita
around.
Express.
Yeah, he wasn't allowed to be on the
on.
Elite Express.
Like, listen, you could joke about some things, but joking about somebody having an underage girlfriend is not cool, man.
Not
you can't come back on
okay.
the plane. Yeah.
Yeah. Not cool, man. Not cool.
Speaking of not cool, let's punish this.
I guess we punish ABC. A Disney property, so we're taking on the big guys here.
Yeah.
It's like the mini boss fight.
ABC, now you're called XYZ. You're in the fucking, and at the end of the line, so to speak. I don't know. Someone else can go.
LGBT.
I like that the format of the show just results in just painful like hatred of yourself.
Hell yeah.
There's a very strong scent of, oh god, this fucking format we've devised here.
I was thinking about that earlier today. I'm like, man, like the hardest part, like honestly, the rest of the show is pretty like easy and fluid, but like, man, sometimes I fucking hate coming up with the punishments.
Well, because you want it to be like clever and like ironic punishment, like.
And I never think about it until I'm sitting here in front of this computer and I'm like, oh fuck, one of us is gonna say something.
God damn it, this format. Maybe you just need like a stock. Yeah, you need like a wheel or something.
That's a good idea. A wheel's a good idea.
Invest in a wheel.
Well, here's the thing. We have like punishment archetypes of like, there's the you smoke the whole pack punishment.
That'd be a good wheel option.
Yeah. The Clockwork Orange, you have to have your eyes open as you like consume something punishment.
Yeah.
There's a couple more. There's like, we fit them into these archetypes. Maybe we need to spin the wheel to get the archetype.
I know
or
Nico's chopping at the bit over there. Death in Minecraft, perhaps?
Death in Minecraft, that's always one.
You might need to rank them first to be like, okay, this is definitely a red level offense, orange level offense.
Yeah. Category red.
Oh man, there's so much.
Vito, you're fixing the show for us, man. We should have had you on a long time ago.
Because I'm sitting here, I'm like, I don't fucking know. Put a bullet in their fucking head. That's my answer to every.
In Minecraft, so we don't get sued.
Yeah.
Right. Find the president, force him to play Minecraft, push him off a ledge. Yeah. No, it's a great. He'll figure it out.
We've only been doing it for 2 years. We'll figure it out.
Almost 3, for God's sake.
Oh, God.
I don't want to throw a wrench in the whole thing.
Fuck it.
It's always great when your guest comes along and he goes, God, this format fucking sucks. No, it's...
Nobody had the guts to say it to us until
the
now.
format, it is a good format. It is hard. Like, clearly, I'm like, I don't know. It's more that I don't know. Yeah. Good.
Hey, you know what? It is what it is.
I take all criticism as constructive criticism. If you're criticizing me and it's unconstructive, I don't give a shit. I just won't listen to it. I just ignore it.
Let's move on to the next piece of format, which is Key to the City.
All right.
We're talking about, we spent the past hour talking about garbage and negativity. Let's talk about something nice, something we saw online that made us smile a little bit. My Key to the City this week goes to Review Bra. He survived a fall today. Did you guys see this?
I did see it.
Review Bra?
Report of the week.
Nice.
The fast food reviewer.
Yeah, he's the guy that wears a tuxedo to like review Arby's meals.
Okay, I'm gonna take a
Which is like hilarious. It's one of those things where it's like this guy has no idea how funny this really is.
He's been around for forever too.
Yeah.
He's been around for like at least 10 years or so.
Oh,
So yeah, he was doing woodwork this morning, and
Which I have a hard time believing.
I know, right? I'm also like, I was imagining him in the tuxedo doing woodwork. Like, that's why he fell. Like, he needs to have
You
more...
can't wear dress shoes as you're on a ladder.
I know, it's just not safe. So he says, I took a bad fall this morning. I was doing woodwork in the attic, and I lost my footing and fell 12 feet onto concrete.
Ooh.
I hit the back of my head and tailbone hard, got cut up elsewhere. Thankfully, the head injury isn't life-threatening, and I should recover. They said I'm very lucky.
Yeah.
So, I guess, it sounds like he's going to be okay.
This guy looks like a bird. How do he not break every bone in his body?
His bones are hollow.
Yeah, they look it.
He probably took like 5 seconds to fall from the ladder. He just like floating like a piece of paper in the wind.
Yeah. For
God's sakes.
We're just waiting to land.
Oh man. So yeah, I honestly, Review Bra, I watched his content at first because I found it admittedly very funny. Just it's so strange. But then after a while, I started to watch it like to fall asleep and stuff. Kind of like with you in the fight porn. It's like relaxing to me.
He's the only like wholesome content creator that is out there. He's like the young Mr. Rogers of fast food.
Exactly. He has no enemies except for the guys who were stalking him for a brief for a brief period of time that he had to live out of his car.
Hell yeah.
But that's over and done with. That's fine. So at this point, we're just hoping for a speedy recovery. So Mike Heat of the City goes to Review Bra, Report of the Week.
Thoughts and prayers.
Yeah. Vito, did you have something you saw online that you thought was cool or interesting or anything?
Like a good thing?
Or it doesn't even have to just, if you can't think of anything on the internet, just say where like Lilith said she saw a cat that she was feeding outside. I don't think I told her ahead of time that we did this part of the show, so it was like, I kind of put her on the spot, which I guess we're kind of putting you on the spot, so.
I saw a video today on Reddit of a young child, African-American child, reacting to getting a puppy, and he broke down in tears. He was so happy, and that put a smile in my heart.
Yeah,
I like animal videos. I'm not ashamed to admit that.
They're innocent. It's like Review Bra. It's just pure, you know? He's like a puppy in a tuxedo.
God, I love everybody should go adopt a pet. Brighten up your life.
All right.
You nothing to say about that, Greg?
What? No, I was posting the video that I want to play onto the.
This guy hates animals. He kills them.
No, it seems sinister with that silence. Like, oh god.
Anyway, you guys are fucking done talking about the animals. Okay,
done talking about cute animals finding.
Let me talk about me. This is the me part now.
This is all about you. Go ahead.
I want to talk about me. Me. This is me. This is the me part. So Vito, if you want to go to the podcast channel again and pull this up, I want to play the Seinfeld theme.
Oh hell yeah!
Oh, okay, here it is, 1990s Seinfeld.
Yeah, let me just give my key to the city to the. I found the tweet. I did stand up last night as 1990s Jerry Seinfeld doing bits about his 17-year-old girlfriend. This is Jeremy Klapowitz. I don't know how it's
at Jeremy Smiles.
This is Kaplowitz.
I'm fucking retarded.
Respect their names.
Sorry,
he's not anti-Semitic. He's just slow.
I'm dyslexic.
Kaplowitz.
I think dyslexic and anti-Semitic have the same letters. You just rearrange them.
Oh yeah, you're right. Oh my god.
Yeah.
Jerry Seinfeld. You ever notice how girlfriends are always talking about math homework? What is going on with that? Girlfriends, all they talk about is going to science class.
This is so fucking good.
Girlfriend's life revolves around home. They got homework, homeroom, and they want to run away from home, live with their 38-year-old celebrity boyfriend. I met my girlfriend's parents the other day. Why is it that girlfriend parents are the same age as you? What is the matter? I'm studying for the SAT. I gotta know. And why are they called parents? The pair that pays your rent? You can just live in my penthouse. I'm an adult man. I'm very rich and famous. I'm 38 years old. I'm dating a 17-year-old. I'm going to prom next week. Prom. What a waste of a Saturday. I'm going as a date and a chaperone. That's 2 proms for the price of 1. That's 2 proms. It's 2. I'm going to 2 proms. That's 2 proms too many for someone 2 times dated his girlfriend plus 2 twice. I'm 38 years old. I don't have to spike the punch. I turned 21 your age ago.
That's good.
All right, thanks guys so much. Before I go, please check out my new TV show, Comedians in Cars Teaching Their Girlfriends How to Drive for the Road Test.
Wow.
Oh man.
I know. I like those Halloween sets. A friend of the show, Ian Erickson, has been on.
Yeah.
He had I wasn't there for it, but I saw the video. He had a really great set as Rodney Dangerfield.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I love he is like an addiction to dressing up as Johnny Depp.
Yeah.
Like he has this ongoing bit where it's not very funny, but he just keeps dressing up.
And he kind of half commits to the costume. He's like, "Why is all the rum gone?"
And he just keeps doing it.
Yeah.
And like it gets worse and worse, and the worse it gets, like the funnier it gets.
Yeah.
I love it so much.
Committing to the bit is the greatest joke. Is the greatest gift you can give anybody.
It truly is. I just love how again at Jeremy Smiles is the guy that did this. I love how he made it like this universal sort of thing. Like, you ever talk about your girlfriend's math homework? It's like, no, nobody else goes through that.
Your 38-year-old celebrity boyfriend.
Come live in my penthouse.
That's good, man. But, Thought Cop's word of the week this week is... all the listeners are going to kill me if I got this wrong. They're going to be like, oh, you guys already said this. Well, I can't remember. I barely remember what I ate for fucking breakfast. So this week's Thought Cop's word of the week is coomer.
I think we did this already.
God, did we?
I don't know.
But what if we didn't? We have nothing else there.
True.
All right.
Coomer?
Nico, yeah, coomer. Coomer is somebody who has a porn addiction, right?
I thought it's just a guy that cooms a lot.
Is that Nico? Is that right, Coomer? Yeah, you could just shout.
Just yell very loud.
Just shout from across the room, but let's at least point our microphones at her.
Here.
It's like those guys who like jack off way too much, but they're like, oh, but did you know that like if you ejaculate once a day, it reduces your chance for prostate cancer by 20%, and they're justified like, yeah, I do it 4 times a day when I'm bored, when I'm not horny, and it hurts. It's totally cool. I'm fine.
I hope any of that picked up.
Zwick is going to hate that, but it beats looking it up on UrbanDictionary.com. So anyway, let's move right along. So before we get to the final segment of the show, voicemails, because we love the format here on the show. Vito,
live and die by it.
Give us all those plugs, man. Everything, YouTube, Twitter. What's it all at?
Well, youtube.com/Vito is where you're going to find my good...
VITO, right?
VITO. Find that good content. You can also find me on Twitter at Vito Gesualdi. That's my last name, GES. I got to get a different Twitter account, huh? Oh, well. You can find me, though. Just look for Vito on Twitter. It'll auto-feed it. There's links to everything on my YouTube page. YouTube.com/Vito. I also have an exciting new card game. If you're getting tired of playing that terrible Cards Against Humanity, ever play that thing?
I am. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
It's terrible.
Yeah. If you don't like that fill-in-the-blank humor... This game is different in the way that you actually have to think and come up with solutions to different predicaments. Predicaments such as find a way to ruin your racist uncle's birthday party, prevent the cool kid from the skate park from making love to your mom, or help Hitler get into art school, which you do. Every round there's a different scenario, and you have to be the cleverest guy at the table. You have different cards to help you achieve your goal. You check that out at enemyweapon.com. YouTube.com/Vito. Good shit for good people.
That actually sounds pretty fun. I know like some of those parties, it's like it takes little to no effort to throw the cards out, but this is...
My card should have got picked. You should have been more creative.
And some of these guys are going to be sweating because they're not going to have the white card to throw in the pile that it's like, I guess I got to throw this one out there. I don't know. It's a fucking mess. Check that game out.
Yeah, this one, you can't just be... If you have shitty friends who are dumb, don't buy my game. You're going to have a bad time.
I only have good friends who are smart, so we're gonna love it.
Yeah.
Thank you, Kevin. High praise coming from you.
Oh, we're friends?
Oh, no.
I thought we're just, business associates.
Yeah.
Anyway, let's get to those voicemails. You can leave your own at 312-788-7361, or you can send us an audio file, thoughtcopspodcast@gmail.com. Hit it. All right, so lose all the energy where we're like,
hey, Thought Cops, what's up?
Hey.
I got 2 minutes of hate for y'all. Something happened to me this morning. It's about jaywalkers. Seriously? Jaywalkers can all go to hell? I freaking hate them all. This morning I was on my way to work.
What is this?
I was on time. Everything was going fine. And I should be more mad at the car in front of me, really, because he stopped for the pedestrian jaywalking in the middle of the fucking street, and our light was green.
As opposed to
I'm like,
killing
dude,
him?
don't fucking do that. Do not stop for pedestrians. Just fucking teach him a lesson. I'm not saying run him over.
teach him a lesson.
With your car, let him know, like, no, it's my light.
Right.
It's mine. It's green. Are you colorblind? So, yeah, jaywalkers. They're
Maybe.
not.
How
They're not
ableist.
fun. Yeah. Have fun, you guys. See ya.
Thanks, man. We did. I'm going to be honest. Sometimes, I don't hit people with my car.
Great.
I'm just going to preface the sentence
All
with
right.
that. I don't hit people with my car, but I do, like he said, kind of teach them a lesson a little bit. I do kind of have this thing where I'm like, I do kind of want, and this is whether I'm in a car or not in a car. Like, for example, today I was walking to work and I was going across the street. The guy wasn't stopping.
You threw an elbow at a guy's face because he fucking crossed the road, not at a crosswalk.
No, this guy, he wasn't stopping fully at the stop sign. He clearly wasn't paying attention to me. I was like in front of his car and he starts to go again and stops. And I could see the look on his face, and I just kind of stopped and gave him my 1,000-yard stare face, and then he just I just stared at him for 3 seconds, and I just turned around and I kept walking. Teach him a lesson, I want him to see my face every time he goes to sleep, basically.
You fucking got him.
I got him, man. I'm a little sick.
Vito, have you ever killed a person with your car?
No, luckily.
You never pulled a Matthew Broderick? Went to Ireland and killed 2 people with your car?
No.
Man, it is funny how celebrities just get away with those auto accidents. Huh?
Yeah.
Did you hear the one recently? Shark Tank, that show?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
The bald guy on Shark Tank.
Yeah.
Kevin O'Leary.
Yeah, Kevin O'Leary let his wife drive the boat. She crashed into another boat and killed 2 people a week ago.
What the fuck?
Yeah, and it's basically it's gonna be fun. She wasn't licensed to drive a boat. She was driving it too fast, but they're rich, so it's fine. She doesn't have to go to jail or anything.
Jesus.
That's got to be a fun. You wake up and you're like, honey, you killed 2 people with the boat. Ugh, what an annoyance.
All these fucking poor people everywhere.
I
Get
know.
out of our way.
It's got to be a weird day.
Hey, we're driving here. Oh, we're boating here.
What's it like to be rich and just avoid all responsibilities? Do you ever go, I killed those people. Oh, well.
Ask Jeffrey Epstein. Oh, wait, you can't. He's dead.
Yeah.
Killed himself.
Yeah. Or Caitlyn Jenner. She's like, yeah, whatever. I'm famous. It doesn't matter.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I kill people with my car. I'm special.
Hey, just to add to that jaywalking thing, so
Okay.
I don't
Maybe we
mind
judged them
people
too
who
quickly.
run, because I'm good, you should run, because this isn't your life. So if I'm going to stop for you and you're jaywalking, you better run. You better sprint. Don't
I agree.
walk like you own the street and it's your right to walk where there's a red light, because that's just fucked up. If I'm giving you the time, or the car in front of me is giving you the time to cross the street, while people are busy trying to get to work, you better run. You better sprint knees to fucking chest. Anyway, see you guys.
Teach him a lesson.
Is that how you run, knees to chest? I don't think...
Yeah, you roll into a
maybe
ball
you
like
need to-
Samus. You move faster.
I mean, I will say there's the right way and the wrong way to to jaywalk, like do it when there's no cars, you know.
Yeah.
That's the correct way.
The hell does that mean? What's the deal with jaywalking? Jay, what?
I'll tell you what the deal with jaywalking is. Sorry.
Two Titans in comedy, yeah. This is a crucial bit.
Highly relevant.
No, I might have brought it up on the show before, but no, it was like a marketing term, because Jay in like the 20s or 10s or whenever cars were invented,
sure,
like a Jay was like an idiot.
Oh,
yeah, they called them Jays, and then as cars became more prominent, all the car companies put out these ads saying like, "Hey, look at this Jay that's walking over here," you know, and then it's like, "Oh, this idiot that's fucking crossing the street." Streets are obviously for cars, and so that became the term. They criminalized it. There's some places where jaywalking is you can't, if there's no cars on the road and you just cross the road, like you can get a ticket.
Okay, I propose to call it retard walking from now on.
Yeah, there you go.
I think it'll probably catch on pretty quick.
I think you have to adjust. You got to change up both words though.
Like it can be highly politically incorrect.
Tard strolling.
Because like the old phrase is so old, it's like we got to pick something that's also kind of old but a little bit newer. It's like you're not supposed to say that word otherwise, but like in this circumstance you can, because it's like we don't know what the hell a J is.
Because they're being fucking retarded over
here. Okay, let's be that's why I'm calling it that.
Let's also be real. Retard's coming back as a word. I'm sorry. We're taking it back.
We'll see, man. 2020, baby.
Tina Fey says it. I should be allowed to say it.
It's a great word. Look, we gave up so many great words. I was talking to Dick Masterson recently on his podcast.
He's got a lot of good words.
Yeah, but he's like, we used to have so many, you know, to voice our anger, we used to have so many great slurs that we could just scream at people and they keep disappearing. So at least let us keep retard. Who are we going to offend, really? You don't even call retarded people retarded anymore.
Oh no!
They don't know they're. I mean, like nobody calls them retarded.
That's not true.
They're not retarded anymore. It's a different thing.
Oh man!
Now they're specially abled or whatever the fuck it is. So
listen, all I'm saying is
the
just
whole reason we came up with the new word is so that we could keep the old word so we could use it, right?
Yeah. I have to assume. I'm just saying, like, fucking be careful when you're crossing the street, okay?
Yeah,
like, don't make me say the word. I don't want to say the word, all right?
I do want to say the word. I want it back.
Well, then you're promoting.
It was a great
road
word.
Safety.
There's so many slurs. I'm like, fine. I'm willing to give that one up. But this one, come on. Of all the words.
Speaking of, let's get to that last voicemail.
Hey, bitch cops. You know what? I can't believe that people are defending the Pokemon company for the piece of shit that they're going to be releasing in
every week
like,
with this.
They genuinely think that these are the same people who defend like Marvel and Disney shitting out garbage properties and cash grabs because somebody worked hard on it. It's like no. That's not what we're talking about. We're talking about a bunch of fucking money hungry board members forcing like an underpaid like artists to like shit out a product that they probably like are rushed to do just to make some arbitrary deadline. No. I want the national decks, and they're just not going to put all the Pokemon in the game. Weren't they saying like for Gen 6 and 7 that they 3D modeled all these old Pokemon to future-proof the series, and then they don't use it? I can't believe they're only going to
get Sword or Shield.
Less than half
I don't know if
the
I'm going to get
Pokemon in it.
No.
But don't worry, you can play as fucking Charizard again. God, I fucking hate the Pokemon company right now. Like, they're like Bethesda and PA, and I can't even think of anything funny about Activision. Like, they're like that level.
She sounds very distressed.
Soulless. Like, fuck the Pokemon company.
Like,
fuck America for not, like, you know, getting on Yokai Watch. That shit was cute.
Jesus
and they don't even make those games in America anymore. I'm mad.
So
it's a gamer moment right
It's almost
here.
over.
Yeah.
At least you didn't say the gamer word.
Yeah.
Thank you for that.
So I don't know, man. It's rough. It's rough out there these days, you know?
Vito, are you also this upset about the new Pokemon game?
No, and I think everybody who's these kids are psychopaths. What do you care? They're mad it doesn't have all the Pokemon in it.
Oh, she's
walking over to the mic.
The person who left the voicemail is walking over to the mic. She's broken into the studio.
I take my buy Nintendo games seriously.
Are you actually like upset? Like, is it actually? Are you actually mad at the Pokemon
I'm
company?
mildly perturbed,
Hey, Grant, let's
and
take
I'm
the
not
fucking
buying it.
Yeah, but like when you look at the Pokemon company, are you like, these guys are bad guys? How dare they?
Not how dare they, but it's like,
Do you think
I'm not buying it.
I bet you wish you never picked this fight.
I just want to know, like, do you
I'm getting
do you think it's
I
laziness?
have like
Do you think
headphones
that?
on and there's a delay, so it's throwing me
okay.
off.
Okay.
Sorry.
All right.
All right, sure.
Give me one
Look,
moment. I'm gonna put on.
we're switching headphones.
Okay.
Okay, this is a lot better now. No, my issue is kind of like the same thing with like Disney shitting out like garbage Star Wars and Marvel stuff. It feels like the same thing, like just rehash stuff, and I just don't care anymore.
Pokemon feels like the same thing over and over again.
Yeah, I'm kind of sick of it.
Yeah,
like
stop,
I didn't even beat.
Stop playing
I'm not
Pokemon
buying
games
it.
is the solution.
I'm not buying it. I know.
Good,
I'm
don't.
just irritated.
Why don't you buy one of the other games that Game Freak makes? Because they make more than just Pokemon. The problem is, you're right now you're going to claim like, oh, they're not making new whatever the hell. Have you played any of their other games?
No, I don't want. Well, okay. There's one game. What games did they have? They have that one game for Super Nintendo that had no translation patch, and they have that new one that
I heard it was bad.
Yeah, that's it.
Anyway, we're taking the show back.
I wish I could hear the conversation.
Yeah,
it's pretty.
I was thinking. I'm like, I think for some reason I was thinking you could hear all this, and I'm like, oh, this is. He must be riveted by this.
Go check out Giga Wrecker by Game Freak.
Is that the one where they? That's like the
rack stuff.
Genesis?
You can grab all the trash. You're a girl. You pick up trash with your robot arm or some shit.
Oh, that sounds cute. I'm gonna actually look that up.
It's cool.
So
it's like $20 on Steam.
Oh, okay. That's.
You can also get it on your Switch if you want.
Oh, sweet. My mouth's so big now.
All right,
there you go.
I'm gonna go now.
Soy points redeemed.
Bye.
Bye.
She was legitimately out of breath from running over here to yell.
To be fair, there's a lot of crap in the way from the couch to the recording station.
Yeah.
So
yeah, I mean, you can't be like, oh, the Pokemon company. Why would they change anything? First of all, the whole point of the game is that it's for children.
And man children.
Yeah, but like an 8-year-old kid shows up.
And women, I guess.
For all we know, for so many kids, Pokemon Sword or Pokemon Shield, that's going to be their first Pokemon game. They don't give a shit that it's the same as the other ones. They haven't played the other ones, you know?
That's true.
It's a generational thing where it's like they don't need to reinvent the wheel because it's supposed to be for new generations. And
Well, they call it that, yeah.
But honestly, what pisses me off is that Game Freak does make other games. And all the Pokemon fans are like, oh, yeah, I love Pokemon. I love the Pokemon games. I'm like, oh, cool. You should like support Game Freak's other stuff they make.
Did you play the new one,
You should
Vito?
go play Giga Wrecker. And they're like, what's Giga Wrecker? I'm like, all right, never mind. I haven't played their brand new one. What's it called?
Little Town Hero, I think.
Little Town Hero. Yeah, no, I haven't played that one. I heard people don't love it, but...
Yeah, I'm curious.
I mean, what's
I'll
interesting is Game Freak has so much money that I wish they would just develop other stuff.
Yeah, I mean, Pokemon itself is the biggest like franchise of all time. Yeah,
I wish they would invest more and just like I mean, but they're a small. I guess they've just decided to stay a small company, and the bajillions of dollars they get, they're like, why expand? We can just put that in the bank.
What do we do with this?
Yeah,
I mean, they got Nintendo behind them, at least for Pokemon. So
yeah.
To be fair, I don't have a problem with Game Freak. I have a problem with the Pokemon Company because Game Freak, it doesn't seem like they have that much say over the business decisions. It seems like it's the Pokemon Company because if you think about it, like most first-party Nintendo games don't seem that rushed. Like they're quite polished. Like they're delaying Animal Crossing, but they rush Pokemon very easily. And I guess that's my issue is they can slow it down so it's a good product, but
all right.
I'm done.
Pokemon anymore.
Yeah, what the hell is this? Vito, thank you for coming on the show.
We're tackling the Epstein story.
Yeah.
We're talking about fucking...
No. This is the most important thing to me now.
Yeah. We spend more time on this than the Epstein coverage. For God's sake.
We're just as bad as ABC.
Yeah. Oh, God. Anyway, Vito, thanks for checking us out. This has been a blast. Thanks, everybody, for listening. If you want to support the show, you can do so at patreon.com/thoughtcops, or, like I said, leave us a voicemail, 312-788-7361. It's fun. We'll see you next time.
Yeah. What, she throwing up in the background now?
All right.
All her emotions balled up
all right?
into one.
Pokemon disgusted her so much.
Yeah.
No, I'm sick.
Okay, all right.